Wi-Fi 6 is going to be a significant transformation for the enterprise wireless market. We feel that after the last few years that the market has seen, where we had AC Wave 1 and AC Wave 2, the next set of developments are all going to be within this new ratified standard called Wi-Fi 6. Some of the enhancements are pretty significant in terms of supporting a large number of clients at very high capacity, but also for mission-critical applications. So we do feel that while 2019 may be one of the first years for major deployments, especially amongst early adopters, but some of the applications look like large public venues, conference halls, sports stadiums. It should start to see a fairly good uptake, especially amongst early adopters. And there's one other thing that I will mention. I think a lot of this is also going to be predicated upon the client-side support for Wi-Fi 6. So as long as we can see momentum on the client side, I think Wi-Fi 6 will start to see good adoption. I would think enterprise users who do have still 11N deployed, it probably makes sense to pretty early start to consider moving to Wi-Fi 6 because of some of the benefits that can be attributed to Wi-Fi 6 over 11N are pretty significant. Even from a 11AC standpoint, deployments that may have AC Wave 1 might also see some of the benefits with Wi-Fi 6. In terms of use cases and applications, I do feel that, as I mentioned earlier, of course, the large public venues, sports stadiums, again, are certainly very, very important. But I will also attribute some of the successes would be to high performance, high capacity applications, but in a low latency environment. So think, for example, high capacity would be more like education, universities and schools. But then low latency mission critical applications would be more like factories and warehouses, where the business completely depends on the success of the wireless network. So I do feel that Wi-Fi 6 has a significant role to play, especially as we move closer to ratification of the standard. Wi-Fi 6 brings the next generation of capabilities to wireless networks, which are truly going to be suited for enterprise-grade deployments. The previous one, certainly we had made good advancements with AC Wave 1 and Wave 2, but the ones that appealed to me the most from Wi-Fi 6 would be the high-efficiency features like OFDMA, as well as the multi-user MIMO aspect. So the first one is really how to make better utilization of the spectrum that is available, the channels within Wi-Fi. And the second one, the multi-user MIMO, is really how to be able to support a large number of clients and give them the wireless capability and support that they are all looking for, which has not been the case in some of the previous standards. The moment you start to add a lot of users, performance used to start to degrade a little. So Wi-Fi 6 has addressed some of these technical challenges to really make this usable from a capacity and a performance standpoint. Now that the industry has made significant advancements over the last few years, including this new upcoming standard with Wi-Fi 6, I think the areas that enterprises will want in the industry to really focus on would be really the enablement of IoT applications to be run over the same enterprise Wi-Fi networks. So integration of some of these IoT capabilities via add-on protocols like Bluetooth, BLE, because that standard, BLE5, is also an upcoming new standard, as well as other protocols like Zigbee, and there are others too. If there is a good architecture that integrates some of these into your Wi-Fi architecture, I think that's something that enterprises are really keen to integrate in terms of their deployments. And the second point, it comes up fairly often when we speak to enterprises, is really the operational challenges when it comes to wireless networks. As you know, the operational aspect of a network is almost as important as the deployment of the infrastructure. So to make things simpler from an IT or a network management standpoint, and operational simplicity, bring about more automation, and enable some of the emerging tools around AI and integrate them into your automation would be the next major frontier when it comes to enterprise wireless networks. Wi-Fi 6 will be the next de facto standard. I think that's quite clear to us as industry watchers, that the market, as we transition from 11N to 11AC, wave 1, wave 2, similarly we will start to see that transition to Wi-Fi 6 in a significant way, and with Wi-Fi 6 becoming the de facto protocol. However, I do think that this will be a transitionary process.